Okay, so first of all, I want to make multiple charts using VBA, and I want all of these charts to have these date time values as the X values, and then I want the Y values to be the values in each of these columns. I also want to include error bars, and I have the error bars down here underneath. And then I also do not want to make a chart for every single column. I only want to make a chart for the columns that have a number 1 in the first row. In order to do this, I'm going to go to the Developer tab and open up the Visual Basic Editor. Then I will insert a new module. And in this module, I will give my macro a name. So I will call it MakeCharts. And then the first thing that I need to put in here is Charts.Add. And when I run this, it will make a chart for me. If I have a look at this chart here, you can see that it has lots of data in it. And that is because this is the VBA equivalent of going to insert and inserting a chart like this. And Excel tries to guess the data that it wants you to include. So I end up with lots of series included in my chart here, which is not what I want. And also this will vary depending on where I've clicked in the spreadsheet. So I'm going to delete this. And in order to fix this in VBA, I'm going to add in a bit of code that will remove all of these series from my chart. So we'll start by defining a new variable here, which will be dim n as long, and long is a type of whole number. Then in here, I need to put with ActiveChart. And because I now have a with, I also need an end with. And in the middle of this, I'm going to put in what I want to do with my active chart. And this is going to be a for loop. And it's going to say for n is equal to dot SeriesCollection.Count to 1 step minus 1. And this will count the number of series in my chart and then loop through all of them. Then I'm going to say dot SeriesCollection, and in brackets I'll put n and then dot delete. So this will delete all of these series in my chart. And then to close off the for loop, we need to put next n. Now when I run this, you'll see that we end up with a completely blank chart with nothing in it. The next step is to tell it what type of chart I want. And so here I'm going to change the chart type to be equal to xlXYScatter because I want to have a scatter chart. Then I'm going to add in a new series. So this is going to be dot SeriesCollection.NewSeries. Then I need to say with dot SeriesCollection, and this will have an index number of 1 as it's now the only series in my chart. And because I have a with here, I need another end with. And then with my series collection, I need to add 3 things to it. I need to give it a name. I need to tell it what the X values are going to be, and then also what the Y values are going to be. And in VBA, the Y values are just called values. Now I need to give my worksheet a name inside VBA. So this is the sheet with all of my numbers in it, and I've just called it numbers. I'm now going to go back to VBA and I will define a new variable, and this will be ws as worksheet. Then I'll set ws to be equal to worksheets, and then in brackets and quotation marks I'll put the name of my sheet, which I have called numbers. Then I need to put ws.Cells in here, and I need to give it a row number and a column number for where I want it to get the name from. So for the time being, we will just make a chart for the first set of data here, and that is in column 2. And I want the name to be this heading here, so that's row 3, which means in VBA, we will be putting in row 3 and column 2. Then I need to give it some xValues, and this will be ws.Range. And then I need to put in the cell references for this range. So for the xValues, that's just going to be the date and time. And this is going to be the same for every chart. So we are in column A, and we're starting in row 4, and then we're going down to row 43. And so in VBA, I will put A4 colon A43. Then for the Y values, we'll put ws.Range. And then in here, I need a ws.Cells for the first value in the range and ws.Cells for the last value in the range. And this is going to be column 2 for the time being. And then the row numbers are going to be the same as the ones for the x values. So that's going to be going from row 4 to row 43. If we have a look back at the spreadsheet here, you can see these are the values that I want. So we're in column 2 and we're starting in row 4. And then we're going down to row 43. Now we've got this set up, we can run this. And we end up with a chart that actually has data on it. The next thing that I want to do is add error bars to this. So we'll first look at what it looks like to manually add error bars. So we'll go to Add and Error Bars and More Options. Then I don't want to have X error values here, so I'll just delete those. And then for the Y values, I want the direction to be both. And then I want the error amount to be a custom value. And then we need to put in values here for both the positive values and the negative values. And in my case, they will both be the same. And we're going to be starting in row 48 and then going down to row 87. And we'll do the same thing for the negative error values. And again, remember, for the time being, we are staying in column 2. And OK. And now we have error bars in this chart. We now want to recreate that process in VBA. So I'll go back to the VBA editor. And in here, we will put .error bar and then space and then direction. And this is going to be equal to xly because I only want error bars going in the Y direction. Then we're going to include, and this is going to be equal to xlBoth because I want to include both the error bars that are going upwards and the error bars that are going downwards. Then I want to change the type, and this is going to be equal to xlCustom, so I can put in my own custom values. Then I'll do comma and space, and because I want to split this across multiple lines, I'll now put an underscore in here. The next thing that I want to do is put in the positive values, and this is called amount. And then just for a second, I'll leave that blank and I'll go on to the next line. And the negative values are called MinusValues. And then this is going to be very similar to the values that I have up here. So I'm just going to copy and paste this in. And the only thing I need to change is the row numbers. So we're now going from row 48 to row 87. And because I want the positive and negative values to be the same, I can just copy this. Now we've got this set up, I'll run it again. And this time we end up with a chart that has error bars on it. The next thing that I want to change is I want to give this a chart title. I also want to change the axis title here and also the one at the bottom. And I want to change the name of this sheet here. So we'll go back to VBA. And I need to make sure that I'm not in the with series collection part anymore, but I do still want to be in the with ActiveChart part. So we'll start with .name, and this will change the name of the sheet. And for this, I'm just going to copy the name that I gave the series, as I want for these to be the same. Then I will change the chart title, and this needs to be .text, and I also want this to be the same as the name of the series, so I'll paste in that again. Then we want to change the axes, and I'll start off with changing the x-axis, and in VBA this is called xlCategory, and I want to change this so HasTitle is equal to false, because I do not want to have an axis title for my x-axis. Then I'll need to add in an y-axis, and the y-axis in VBA is called xlValue. And I'll do .axis title.text is equal to, and then in quotation marks I'll just type in the axis title that I want, as I want it to be the same for all of the charts. Now that we've got this set up, I can run this again, and you'll see I now have a chart which has the title here. We've got an axis title, we've removed the axis title at the bottom, and also we've changed the name of the sheet. I'm now going to delete all of these charts that we've been making, so that we can start fresh, as the next part is to create the for loop. We need to start in column number 2, but I also need to know where we are going to be finishing. So I need to know where the last column in my table is, and if I put column in here, this will tell me that this is column number 48. So now we can create the for loop inside of VBA. And for this, I need to start off with defining a new variable, which is going to be I as long, which again is a type of whole number. I don't need to define the worksheet multiple times, so this can stay outside of the for loop, but everything else needs to be in it. So I'm going to say for I is equal to 2 to 48. And now we have a for loop here. I also need to close off this for loop with an xi at the bottom. Then, to get it to look in a different column each time, instead of just looking in column 2, I need to change all of the column 2s to I, so it will change each time we go round the for loop. And I need to do this in multiple places. And now the final step is to make it so that I'm not making a chart for every single column. If there's a 0 in this cell, I want it to skip this column. And then if there's a 1 here, I want it to use this column to make a chart. So in order to do that, we'll be adding in an if test. And I'm going to be saying if ws.Cells, and the row index is going to be 1 this time, and the column index will be 2. And I'm going to say if this is equal to 0, then I don't want it to do anything. So I can just leave this blank and then say else. So if it's not equal to 0, so in my case that means it's going to be equal to 1, I want it to make a chart. And just to remind myself, I'm going to put a comment in here which will say do nothing. Now, because we have an if test in here, I also need to have an end if at the bottom. Then I will indent this just to make it a bit easier to read. And now we should be ready to run this code, and it will make all of my charts for me. So if we have a look back here again now, you can see I have multiple different charts, one for each of the columns that I wanted. Okay, so in this video I have shown you how to make multiple charts using VBA in Excel, and that is everything.